we need to be respectful of each other. And that's what I hope as long as I'm here through the transition. We don't know what's happening from day to day right now, so we're going to take it a day at a time. We do have some teachers and visitors here in attendance, and I would like to thank them for being here. I think we're all here for one purpose, that's to serve our students. And we should have common goals for that, and to serve our students and this entire Dunbar community. So with that being said, let's call this meeting to order. And the secretary will now call roll.
Andrea Tinsley.
Here. Me. Sorry, I'm looking ahead. Yes.
Nancy Hill.
Here.
Ben Crawford.
Here.
Sharisha Crovo. Melva Guerrero.
Here.
Kim Overstreet.
Here.
Trevor Tremaine.
Here.
Wendy Turner.
Here.
Brian Nurick.
Here.
Melissa Wright.
Here.
Amy Van Hemps.
Here.
And Priya Warrior.
Thank you.
She's coming.
So has everyone had a chance to read the minutes from, I think it was October 10th and October 18th? Yes.
Yes.
Are there any corrections to the minutes? Motion to approve the minutes.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion adopted, minutes are approved. Moving on to the agenda, the first item of business is field trips. I just wanted to let everybody know that we have a robotics regional competition on March the 29th in Knoxville. Amanda Boggs, our engineering teacher, will be the sponsor. Any questions about that? Okay. The second item of business are two new clubs, and I did not get any information from Ms. Crow today. Or did I?
Yeah, it's here.
Okay. Okay.
What did it say?
So you'll have to ask. I'll have to ask you what happened last meeting as far as why it was tabled and the information.
So the clubs, there wasn't a representative here, and it did not list, the information didn't have were their fees, transportation issues, all of those little details that we usually ask clubs.
Okay. So
That stuff wasn't there, so we're just looking to see if all that's there.
So did you get that information?
Oh, goodness.
If not, I guess we can table it for next.
Well, I hate to do that. I don't want to do that again.
Well, yeah,
She said she couldn't be here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did she send?
Sometimes the
there
student
an
representative
email
comes.
sent?
Yeah, I asked
But-
Ms. Crow earlier today when I was following up with her, and she said she couldn't be here, that she would get me some information, and I didn't get it. So I don't know if anybody else got it or not, but
No.
if not, I don't think
I
we can
think-
approve it.
I want to say that I heard that there were no fees. Can anybody?
Were we going to ask about like the materials cost because
Right.
of the type of activity it was?
Right.
It's like obviously you would have
Yeah.
probably some materials cost.
So like, are there dues? Because when we're looking at the equity of the new clubs that we propose.
So if she's not here, we can't do it.
Oh,
So
I hate to
I
do
think
that
we just
again.
move on.
Why don't we
can't do
just,
it.
if we have questions, we can send those to Erica. Do you mind taking the questions that and just emailing those to her? And then if she can't be here next time, she can answer the questions and we can.
Well, she'll have to send a
Okay.
representative or something, I
Okay,
think,
all right.
so we can ask the questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate
Okay, so moving on to the Positive Behavior Intervention and Supports Ambassador Club. Ms. Blackard is going to be the sponsor, but she could not be here today. She's sick, so Mr. Richardson is going to, I guess, explain the club. And did is somebody with you, or? Okay.
was supposed to be here, he had transportation issues.
Okay.
So he's not here.
Okay.
So
We're striking out.
Here we are.
table it.
Okay.
She is actually in this
Okay.
pocket, so.
That's Ms. Callahan, one of our guidance counselor, or mental health specialists, yes.
Oh, there's Donovan right there.
Oh,
Perfect timing.
Right into the spotlight.
No pressure.
Just, you,
So I just.
hey Donovan.
Stand over there, Mike.
Do I have to let-
What's up?
There you go. Just tell us about the club.
Okay. So the club is called Bulldog Ambassadors. Sorry. Who don't know me, my name is Donovan Rodriguez. I am a senior. I am proposing this new club, Bulldog Ambassadors. This could be somewhat related to student council. However, the three main focus areas are making sure everyone feels welcome, safe, and heard. We don't know what happens outside of the school. School may be their only safe space. We will make sure new students feel welcome. They will be welcomed through the ambassadors and have a tour, etc. We will make sure students can feel that they can be heard. This is being created for inclusivity, not for our ego. We are in the 21st century and we have been through many challenges like a pandemic. We need to work together and rise above. We are one building, one school, no matter what. Whatever language you speak or culture you come from, you are all welcome. Our district motto for this school year is a new way forward. So let's put that in practice going forward. We're going to promote a school environment that is welcoming, encouraging, positive, and safe for all. That's a little bit about the case.
Good job.
You're doing great.
Good job.
Hello,
But
yes, thank you.
So Donovan, tell us about how the club will function, like what's the,
So in the papers that we passed out, there will be 2 representatives from each grade level. They will have to have no referrals and 5 teacher recommendation. They will be advocating for each grade level. I thought about this club so everybody can feel welcome, because when I was a freshman, I did not feel like I had someone to talk to or welcome. And so since we started the Spanish announcements, I know most of my EL friends are appreciated because they understand the announcements now. And so I want to do that for everybody, not just one type of race or ethnicity.
sure.
So
Excellent.
it's just going to be 8 members?
No,
Or-
for like running positions, but anybody's
Oh, so like
welcome.
officers?
Yeah.
Are go- Okay,
Uh-huh.
but so anybody can join the club,
no
but the
matter what.
officers, okay, I gotcha. All right.
So will this primarily be an after-school thing?
Yes,
Talk
but
to me about transportation.
whoever runs for the positions, we'll have a conversation. And if some people cannot make it, we'll try to see if we can make it during lunch or something. We'll try to work.
Sorry. So I also have, I had from a previous, you may remember I sent out a email asking for names from staff for a group that I was starting. And from that platform, I had gotten feedback from the district that said, from the Diversity and Equity Committee from the district that said that whoever, if they could help me in any way to help with that group, that they would be happy to do so. So if somebody from the district would be able to help us too with transportation or whatever it could be with that as well, then we haven't expanded on that as well. But that could also be something that could help with transportation or whatever it may be. But again, that's the starting point for right now.
Perfect. And do you charge any dues?
Thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
Thanks, Donna.
I move to approve.
A second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is adopted. The third item of business is an explanation of our new course request from Ms. Tackett, our head guidance counselor.
Do you need to get him up there? Okay. So on your agenda, you have a long list of courses that we have previously taught. They are just up for renewal because they were not taught this past school year. There are 3 unique courses that were included both in the agenda and the paper packet, which are proposed to be new for next school year. The first course is AP Pre-Calculus. That is new to the AP curriculum, and Dumar has requested to teach that as both the regular school and part of the MSTC program. We also have advanced earth space science that will serve as an elective in the science department. And then finally, history of American diversity, which will be an elective taught by the social studies department. So in looking through those materials, if you have any questions, answer those.
For the pre-calculus, is that going to replace the current pre-calculus class?
It'll replace the MSTC advanced pre-calculus. Those will both become AP sections, and then it'll just be an additional math course. So there'll be advanced pre-calculus and AP.
Okay.
And we'll just have to see where the numbers fall for those.
Okay.
Any other questions? Motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the motion of the new course requests are adopted. All right, the fourth item is just an update of our CSIP. We were a little behind on phase 2, so I'm working with Tanya Merritt and Melanie Birch on our staff to complete phase 2, and phase 3 will be discussed with our instructional leadership team tomorrow after school. And I believe the phase 3 deadline is December 31st, so we'd like to have it done so we could bring it to you, at least a draft, by our December site-based date, which I think is the 13th, 14th. So we'll try to have it done by then. I want to get some feedback and some help from our instructional leadership team before we bring it here. So we'll be discussing that tomorrow. I just wanted to give you an update on that since I know there's been some discussion and we're a little behind. The district has also allowed us some extended time to get that completed too, in case we need that, just because of our circumstances here. So I just wanted to give you an update on the CSIP. Are there any questions about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell us just a little more on what phase 3, like, specifically?
It's actually just trying to come up with goals to meet and how we're going to meet those goals. Phase 2 is some really setting the goals, and then phase 3 is how are we going to do it? How are we going to get there? So I think it's really imperative that we speak with our staff and figure out how we're going to do that, you know, in different subjects like science and math.
I thought there was like a specific regulatory guidance that like dictated how that happens. Is that not? Is that
Well,
not correct?
You have to enter it. You have to enter
Yeah.
the information in a document.
You mean like due dates?
No, like there was specific guidance. There's a specific law there. I thought that was specifically telling you like how to address the achievement gaps.
It's gonna be, every school has their
It's
own.
based on your
plan.
accountability scores. So they ask you specific questions that are very, very detailed, and then you have to answer that based on your accountability scores.
Okay.
Is that what you're asking?
I don't know. I'm like, I thought that in the training, the site-based training that we had to do at the beginning of the year, that there was a specific KRS that went along with addressing achievement gaps and like, it, I guess, identified like how the process was supposed to work. And I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know anything about exactly the laws and how that all works, but
Yeah.
I thought there was something, but maybe there's not. Maybe
If you Google it, the website on KDE's website, it says there's a 703 KAR, whatever, and that it has the planning outline, but that's basically, it says, here's phase 1, you're going to work on continuous improvement diagnostic, executive summary for districts, and then you go to phase 2, which is the needs assessment, and then phase 3
Based on
is
your
the
scores.
yeah.
And
So
then
I
how
mean,
are you going to do it?
it has it on that website. If you just Google CSIP Kentucky phases, and it'll give you there, get you there.
Okay.
Well, so you can also
I'm
look
trying
at
to
other
look.
schools. And you'll
Yeah.
see there are different ways
I
to
was
do it.
looking up to see if I could find the KRS that I was thinking of because I thought there was something.
There's one
but it
link
could be.
there. I mean, on that
Yeah.
page.
What's the process?
it was definitely a KRS, not a KR, but I'll look it up and find it, because I could be misremembering what it included.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Let me look. Let's see.
Whoever led your training, you can email them too, and they can give you that information.
Yeah.
Or if you want to let me know, I'd be happy to look into it.
Sure.
If we can't figure it out tonight, I'll figure it out. There's some things I'm not going to know, so I'll totally figure it out.
There's all the things that I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard.
That's what I was like asking, just to know a little more about it.
Yeah. And once we have it in front of everybody, we'll be able to discuss it a little bit more too. It might be easier.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see the document. Any other questions about that? All right, the fifth item of business is our staffing update. I just wanted to make you aware that we had, I think initially Mr. Wheeler was hired, and then 2 days after he was hired, he resigned. So we immediately put into place Connor Jackson, who was the second person that was approved for that position. So he's back in the classroom. I felt it was imperative to do it as soon as possible for consistency for our kids. And we were getting, frankly, some parent concerns about what was going on in that classroom because of the inconsistencies. So Connor's back in there, and we pushed that through. The second position, I think Mr. Ball hired and already told you about, was Latoria Jackson, a school office assistant for the front office. So she replaced Georgina, and I can't pronounce, Riskai, I think. And she is also currently in our front office already working. Jason Howe, who also worked in SAFE, that position was posted today. So that is, we'll be looking to hire that here in the next couple of weeks. And then we also have a para position that's still open.
So are we looking to hire like a long-term sub for Jason's position, or are we going to try and fill it, the safe position?
I think so. We'll see who applies and what happens.
Would it be, is there an option that somebody from within would move into that, and then we would have another position that we would have to
I
fill?
think that's possible.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I think we just have to see who applies and go from there.
About the AD position?
The 80 position's been filled by Murray Garvin, who's our basketball coach. Yeah.
Is that a temporary just for this year, or is
It's
that?
for this year, and we got special permission to do that from the district.
Okay.
And then after this year, we'll move forward.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I'm asking
That's
all the
okay,
questions. Did you have to get the special permission because he's a coach?
Correct.
So he can't be a coach and AD?
That's right.
Typically?
Head coach.
Typically.
Right, okay,
Yes.
head coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions about staffing?
Sorry, I'm done.
How are we doing, okay?
Yeah.
Everybody doing good? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, the sixth and final item of business is the bylaw and policy review. I guess you'll have to talk to me about, I guess it was my understanding that an auditor was hired. Do you know a timeline or a deadline of when?
So at the
or
retreat,
submission?
the
Okay.
trainer said that they are way behind.
Oh,
And that
okay.
we would be lucky to get it done by the end of this school year.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I think someone would just need to reach out to the trainer or to Sandy Mefford, who set it all up, is my understanding.
Okay.
Ms. Mefford's here.
Kind of help us with KASE.
I heard the same as you guys, that they were behind, but they asked for you to go ahead and submit the purchase order and to upload your policies into their system. And as soon as they get their purchase order and the policies, they made it sound as if they would start looking at it maybe a little sooner than the deadline suggested. I spoke with your trainer, so I congratulate you guys on having a successful retreat back on, I think, October 22nd. She was happy to help the school in any way she had some suggestions after the fact that she forgot to mention, which one was a toolkit that could assist you while you're waiting on that audit to be finished. I think it is basically a checklist that has good practices for your policies that you could start using to look at your policies as they are looking at them. And when you do upload, and I talked with Erica about this, upload what you want them to see. So if you had new drafts of policies you worked on, upload those instead of old ones. I think we talked about that back in September. I would absolutely do this tomorrow so that they can get it in their system. If you get it in, I'll do my best to call and aggravate and hurry it along. But she did suggest the toolkit. For members, I think it's no more than like $30 or something. And you guys could sit, and as you're starting to go through policies, if they don't have them ready yet, that's fine. Use your toolkit and start measuring it against just the basic good practices for them. But I do think that they will get them finished earlier than expected. What was the deadline, like 6 months?
Yeah.
now? I'm pretty sure they will get it moving as soon as they get their purchase order and get the policies out.
So we need to still submit the PO and the upload of the policies?
Yes.
Okay, and then we'll get the ball rolling from there? Is that right?
Yep.
Is that what I heard?
And if you let her know, she might be able to push a
Okay.
little bit harder.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, is there any other further business that we need to discuss tonight? Any other questions?
At the beginning, we skipped the good news report and public comment.
Oh, okay, my apologies.
No, not at all. Just in case anything.
Any good news or public comment?
I found the KRS I was thinking of, but
Okay.
for whatever that's worth.
Okay.
Maybe just email it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think I'm answering my own questions by
Okay,
reading
good.
it, so.
All right, thank you. Okay.
Perfect.
All right, if there's no further business, then this meeting is adjourned.
Move to adjourn.
Oh, do I have to do that at the end too?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
And timestamp it.
Somebody second. Who
Second.
seconded
I
it?
did, sure.
Say aye. Lisa, somebody said it. I don't know
Three.
if Erica
Okay.
caught it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks for your help. I appreciate everybody's support.
Thank you,
Thank you
Andrea.
very much.